I know, I'm really
I can't even kick. I'm an old man.
Ninja Warriors kicking our butt. All right, welcome to Attack of the Show. We are TV's only source for all the stuff you care
sorry about the buffering there. Our modem's a little slow today.
What's up, everybody? I'm Olivia Munn. This is the one, the only, Olivia's friend, Kevin.
I'm friends with Olivia!
The one and only.
It's Tuesday. That's the saddest Facebook profile ever from your only friend. It's Tuesday, August 19th. We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios here in Los Angeles. Tell them what's on the show.
On the show today, Steven Seagal's Words of Wisdom. And around the net, the martial arts master reveals mystical words to live by. Plus, in the loop, you may never get to see Watchmen because Fox is suing Warner Brothers to stop the release of the film. Listen, why? Apparently, they claim to own the distribution rights to the graphic novel.
What?
We're going to find out what this means.
What?
You're getting into it. Well, don't act so surprised. You're doing it. You've prepped on it.
It's really hurt. Also, we'll tell you what's up with the latest happenings in Japan today. We'll join some explorers as they search for the Yeti in the Himalayas, and we'll show off a community of people who live in styrofoam houses. Really? They're not hobos. Then we'll have a special across-the-pond version of break moments in de-evolution. So watch as Europeans act like monkeys. Very nice.
Time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
I know what this is.
We do it every day.
We go around the net.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's new, but where's his helmet? Who is chanting around the net? Yeah, the new guy. You want to start it? Start it up. Let's hear around the net. Come on.
Around the net! Around the net!
First and last chant. First and last chant. On number 5 today stars a bottle rocket scientist. Yes.
Now, just to be clear, new white boy over there, there's not a bottle rocket in this clip.
He's white? Sparklets to the Did you, the best part is though, did you hear that?
Hear what?
Your monks are shot. Mugshot!
Oh, music to my ears! I love hearing the bells toll.
Why do you think it is that monks get so excited by mashed genitals? You told me before. What is
Well, I said they're not allowed to use theirs, so they get excited when you can't use yours. You know.
Oh, right.
I think that's what the wiki said.
What was that noise?
What was that?
All right,
Is
make
someone
the
serving
white man
churros
leave.
and ice cream? What's going on over there?
It was not me!
Yeah, relax, Marcos. We know you can't afford a cart. What? No, I'm saying he can take.
It's because he does audio, not
Thank
because
you.
he's Mexican.
Oh, please.
We don't pay our audio people very well here. That was
He
not
does a good
racist.
job.
I
He
just
does
want
a
you to
good-
know. I want people at home. He's not racist.
I didn't think he
I'm
was.
a racist.
Thank you. Did you just have a moment of self-realization?
Okay, and
You're
number.
not. No, you're just
telling us to
beautiful.
move on, by the way, Joshua. And number 4 is a viral video from an upcoming movie called College.
Yes, the film's website is sponsoring a contest looking for videos of your best weekend ever. Here's one that they did themselves, and it was posted at bestweekendevercontest.com.
Alright, so you ready to go do what I've been telling you about? It's only a bath. No, you can't come in. Hey, leave him. Let him come out. Let's get good for that.
Mac and cheese! Mac and cheese! Mac and cheese!
looked lots of jiggly going on, but frankly,
Yes,
it
there
shouldn't be
was.
too hard for anyone to beat the clip of dunking the lady in a tub of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that hard.
Look, we've all had the blue box blues, but
Yeah.
I have a video for them, and I don't know if I should send it in because
What
it's
video?
well, it's of you and me.
What?
It's the one from
What?
last weekend.
No. No.
Okay, well, okay, listen. Let me just tell this.
No, it wasn't even
Let me
funny.
tell the story. All right. Olivia dropped by to say hi. She came by the place, hanging out. It was supposed to be just a quick little thing. Each of us had a glass of wine, and one thing led to another, and took out the camera for the YouTube. You'll see.
Put those DVDs in order! Come on, get up there! Aliens! Yeah! Aliens 2! Aliens 2! And Baraka! Come on! Yeah! This is the best weekend ever! Woo!
No, but seriously, that's more or less exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's exactly. I came over and alphabetized.
You did organize my
your
DVDs, and then afterwards you dusted off the old master bedroom, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey!
No, I'm serious. She really did. She came over and dusted my master bedroom.
I
There it is
dusted.
right there. Yeah. So thank you for that. You really did
you're
it.
welcome.
You did a really good job.
It's for my Asian cleaning
I
supplies.
love it. I love when you yelled like the Asian cleaning lady. Can you do a little bit of that? No. Oh no! Apparently.
We hear no.
No. Apparently
Well,
she
what did I
cannot
say?
do any of that.
What was the Asian cleaning lady?
I don't even want to. Never mind.
What was it?
I don't know, man. I mean, I do know, but
But now I'm scared to
Jeez,
do
I know, because
anything
Dad's
Asian.
gonna get pissed and come down and belt us. Jeez.
Funny to
going on?
make fun of people's races and colors.
All right, and at number 3 today is a video of a young and innocent cherub enjoying the precious pastime of video gaming.
Now, to those of you who think video games don't make people violent, we ask you, what do you have to say about this?
Oof.
Why keep making me go there? No! Don't let it me!
I hate kids.
What?
I truly hate kids. Seriously.
No.
Don't trust the rhythm method, because
Hold
that'll
on.
happen in the backseat of your SUV.
You hate it because kids do that, but you had a very similar reaction when you were playing the Jonas Brothers Word Scramble on your DS.
Oh,
so
call
please
me out.
don't-
Look, every time you get a word right, they tell you how you shouldn't have sex until you're married. And I'm like, I get it. I finally get it.
Finally get it. Jack, Joe, and Tom from the Jonas Brothers.
I love them. They wear promise rings. They're so hip.
I don't play by the rules. And number 2 today is a video proving the
Whoa.
awesome and terrifying power of the saxophone.
Oh, I love a good saxophone. 80s sax is the best. But here's some 1986 footage of a high school band doing a tribute performance of Rush's YYZ, which is the hyper-complex Morse code instrumental from their album Moving Pictures.
Now, there is no saxophone in the Rush original.
No.
See if you guys can figure out why.
He was close. He was close. So close.
So good.
I want to say well done, except for that
Yeah.
that one little thing, you know?
Shenanigans!
Oh! Shenanigans. I'm good. It's sad, but true. We have to take this charming little clip into the Shenanigans lab to dissect it, for it has elevated levels of audible shenanigan cells.
Now, according to the description of the video, the guy with the sax is, quote, master of the bari sax. What you hear is indeed a baritone
True.
saxophone, but what you see him playing is a smaller alto.
It's like a child's thing, huh? My first Fisher-Price sax. You know what I'm saying there? That's not the right size, Olivia. Also, The opening rhythm is played on a cymbal in the video, but it clearly makes the sound of a triangle. Thank you. But the biggest shenanigans signal is the audible synthesizer riff, even though no one in the video is anywhere near a keyboard. Where's the keyboard?
Oh, man!
Where's the keyboard?
Where's the keyboard? Where is it? Let's take a listen to the opening riff from the studio recording of YYZ.
Let's do that. Okay, fair. Now, compare it to what's on the video. One and the same, I say.
And the same.
Well, the audio track with the added sax is a good joke, and the video is admirably done. Combining two elements like this just really creates a violent shenanigans reaction. So I say, brand it!
Shenanigans!
I don't know if you also saw it. It's kind of obvious, but the drummer never actually hits a crash cymbal in the video. Just never hits it. Probably because mom would come down to the room and be totally pissed.
Oh!
Yeah, she
Snap.
would have been.
Wow.
Shenanigans.
I always love coming out of the shenanigans lab because that sterilization process is painless,
Yeah.
and I like it. Then I don't have to worry about having accidental children for a week or anything like that. No baby making,
You know, that's not what they mean by sterilization.
Sterile.
Do you know what I mean? It's not. You can make plenty of babies. Plenty. What's going on?
Coming in at number 1 today. Oh no! And topping
Why
off
are
the
you so
interwebs.
gay?
It's a clip from the what? It's just
You touch me, I touch
there's
you,
a
you go
point
you.
because there's a point of repulsion with you. It happens like 5 minutes in, and then it's like, I don't know.
Is it because I sleep with so many people?
It's your Tucker.
A Tucker?
I hear the gaff tape before each show. I know what's going on down there, man.
What does gaff tape sound like?
And broken dreams. Finally, coming in at number 1 today and topping off the interwebs is a clip from the Canadian television show The Hour.
Now, the daily comedy news magazine show sat down for an interview with action star turned singer, songwriter turned Eastern mystic, Steven Seagal. We're not sure what prompted him to give us these following words of wisdom.
Oh, but we are so glad that he taught us them.
There's an old Zen story of two monks that were walking across the bridge. And the junior monk said to his teacher, he said, "What is the Buddha nature?" And the older monk picked him up and threw him in the water. You know?
We have so much to learn.
Did you know that Steven Seagal collects Tesla coils?
Actually, no, I did not know that.
Well, there you go. To get your daily viral fix and check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
Right now, it's time for the only news you need to know. Here's Layla Cayley in the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, I hope you enjoyed those Watchmen trailers because if Fox has their way, you'll never see the rest of the film. Plus, Tom Cruise is planning on feeling no pain when he takes on Sleeper. And when you're done digging, you can start buzzing. Yahoo is opening the doors to the masses. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes. But first, back to you guys.
All right, still ahead in the loop, we're going to go in depth on the Watchmen lawsuit that threatens the release of the film. Find out if you're ever going to see it.
Plus, we'll search for the elusive Yeti and discover entire communities of people who live in houses made of styrofoam. Where else? But what's up with Japan?
Then Zach Sella meets up with the cast of The Rocker and compares new wave wardrobe. Stay tuned, everybody. We got a whole show for you. It's what we do. Enjoy it. We're live and about to figure out what's going on.
Will you be my best friend? Kevin.
Yes.
Thanks, Jeff Moon. It's feed time. Eat it up. Hey.
In tandem here in Hollywood.
The Feed with Layla Cayley.
Hey guys, here are your top stories for the 19th of August. Now this could be some extremely bad news for Watchmen fans. 20th Century Fox says that Warner Brothers didn't have the right to make Watchmen and wants them to shelve it. Fox claims that they hold all the rights to the popular graphic novel, and even though Warner Brothers asked a court to dismiss this claim, a federal judge refused to let it go. And here's the worst part: Fox says that they won't even settle for money. They don't want Warner Brothers to release the film at all. Why are they being so difficult? Alright, in other movie news, Tom Cruise is teaming up with Sam Raimi to bring the DC comic title Sleeper to the big screen. Cruise will play Holden Carver, who is also known as the Conductor because of his ability to pass pain onto others by touching them. No word on who is playing Carver's love interest, Miss Misery, yet, but Sam be a little too busy thinking of another project he's got on the burner. Word has it that he wants Spider-Man star James Franco to take on the role of Jack Ryan in his remake of the Tom Clancy franchise. Now, if you're not digging, you're probably buzzing, and now Yahoo's Buzz service has opened up the floodgates. Buzz is similar to Dig in that people can vote on news stories, and the more votes the story gets, the higher they get ranked, and enough popular opinion can drive them to the front page. Up until now, Yahoo has only allowed invited publishers to post their news to Buzz, but starting today, there's no need for an invitation. Anyone can submit their news stories to Buzz, and if those sites are lucky, they'll end up on Yahoo's front page, which means a ton of traffic to their websites. Now, despite Microsoft's attempts to convince the public otherwise, the bad press about Vista continues. The latest report says that 35% of Vista users have chosen to downgrade to XP. Instead of fighting these new numbers with blind taste tests like they did with the Mojave experiment, Microsoft is taking a different tack. Now they're beginning to pump up excitement for the next operating system, which of course will be Windows 7. And finally, if you own an iPhone, you may have noticed that the firmware can be a bit wonky. But Apple has finally released an update this week that should smooth things out. 2.0.2 is available now, and Apple says it will fix assorted bugs. But that's exactly what they said the 2.0.1 update would do, so we're hoping that this upgrade is the one that actually kills bugs dead. Let's hope so. Alright guys, that's it for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Get all the news you need to know anytime at G4TV.com. I'm Layla Cayley, and you've just been fed.
Oh, that's great. The new firmware sucks too. Awesome. Thanks, Apple. All right, that was, we talked about the Watchmen lawsuit between Fox and Warner Brothers and what it could mean. That it basically means that fans might never get to see the film. So let's find out what the argument is all about in The Loop. Who watches The Watchmen? Well, if 20th Century Fox has its way, it might not be you. The brewing legal battle you heard about in the feed stems back to the early 90s. Fox claims that between 1986 and 1990, it acquired all movie rights to Alan Moore and David Gibbons' critically acclaimed DC Comics series. In 1991, Fox assigned some of those rights to Largo International, which later dismantled and transferred those rights to producer Larry Gordon, who agreed to pay Fox if he ever moved forward making a film with a third party. In a suit filed in February, Fox is claiming that neither Gordon nor Warner Brothers ever paid the required fee to obtain the right to make a Watchmen film. Will Fox succeed in their legal battle over the film rights? And could litigation hold up the film's release indefinitely? Turning that smiley face upside down, it's The Loop. Joining me from Los Angeles to help us make sense of it all, staff writer for Entertainment Weekly, Adam B. Vary is here. Adam, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thanks. A judge cleared the way yesterday for 20th Century Fox to proceed with this lawsuit against Warner Brothers, over Watchmen. So, we talked about it briefly there, Adam, but what exactly are Fox's claims here?
Well, you covered it actually pretty well, I feel. Basically, Fox is saying that they have the right to distribute the Watchmen, anything that was based on the Watchmen graphic novel, and that when Larry Gordon, who had the rights to make the movie, made it with Warner Brothers was obligated to pay Fox for the right to distribute it, and apparently Warner Brothers never did, so now Fox is suing.
And how is Warner Brothers reacting to all this, Adam?
Well, initially they just tried to get the suit dismissed, and that wasn't so successful. So now they really have two options. They can either settle with Fox and release Watchmen, or they can win the suit on its merits and then release Watchmen. They are saying that the suit has no merit, but they're sort of moving forward with the whole process of discovery and all that entails.
Right, and I know discovery with cases like this can sometimes take up to 2 years. The judge wants this particular case expedited a little bit, but could that potentially delay the film or completely screw up its release?
It could, but you know, I think Warner Brothers has a lot invested in getting this movie out when they say it's going to be released in March of 2009. So they really, I think, have a vested interest to move things along.
Well, you said that, you know, Warner's would like to settle with Fox, of course, but Fox, on the other hand, is saying that they want to see the film killed as opposed to reaching a settlement. I mean, is that just, that's got to be a scare tactic, right?
I would think so. I mean, to put it bluntly, Fox has not had the best year at the box office. They've really only had one mild hit, Horton Hears a Who, and the rest of their films have been disappointments or outright flops.
Well, I know Fox and myself take offense to you calling Horton a mild success, because that was the family film of the decade, but that's fine.
Well, yeah.
So Fox might be hurting here. I mean, are they just saying that they don't want to settle, they want this film canned so that they can say, hey, look, give us a percentage of whatever this makes at the theaters?
Maybe. It's hard to know what Fox's real motivations are, but the idea that they would turn down any kind of addition to their revenue stream after their kind of not so good year seems strange to me. I can't imagine they actually do want this shelved out of spite.
If the rights have been, if Fox believed that they've owned the rights to The Watchmen for so long, why now? What's with the timing of this lawsuit? Did they just wait until it was getting critical towards the release of the film itself so they had more negotiating power, or was someone just lazy and said, oh, hey, by the way, we still own this copyright?
I think it was all about tactics. It's all about tactics, excuse me. It's about trying to inflict the most damage possible on Warner Brothers so that they can probably get the most money.
Right.
Probably, yeah, most likely.
So then what's the next step here, Adam? Is it let the lawyers do their thing and battle it out, or does Warner say, hey, here's a wheelbarrow of cash, you sure you don't want it?
Yeah, I think the next step really is Warner Brothers and Fox having a kind of meeting of the minds here and deciding how they want to proceed. I mean, Warner Brothers has sunk so much money into Watchmen and into the promotion of it, and has gotten the fans so excited for it that they really have a vested interest in getting this movie into theaters. So I imagine they're going to want to move things along.
All right, so then Adam, very quickly, for the fans that are scared and they're in a fetal position, probably urinating on themselves, worried that they might not see The Watchmen next year.
Right.
Should they calm down? Are they going to see this film?
Well, you know, it's interesting that I've noticed that there's been already some fan reaction in the idea of doing a boycott of Fox movies, of somehow derailing Wolverine, which is Fox's next big movie this coming summer. And that might, if fans really want to, you know, channel their energies, they might want to check that out. I'm not suggesting anybody do anything. I'm just saying that this is something that has been already brewing on the internet.
All right, Adam, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate the time. Thanks for keeping us in the loop.
Okay.
All right, right now, let's go over to Olivia.
Now, when I think of building materials that probably shouldn't be used for housing, I think of styrofoam first. And surprisingly, entire towns of people in Japan disagree with me. Here's what's up with Japan.
We know that the Japanese love epic monster battles such as the original version of Godzilla vs. Mothra. But if you prefer your brawls on a smaller scale, then check out Japanese Bug Fights. The popular show has been on the web for a year, featuring various bugs and arachnids battling each other. In the most recent bout, a stag beetle goes pincher to pincher with a scorpion.
Yellow forest scorpion. Yellow poison.
Calm down, PETA. In Japan, it's legal, and there are rules. There must be 2 bugs to a fight, no outside weapons are allowed, and the fight goes on until one is left standing. From tiny creatures to a much larger one, a 7-member crew of experienced Japanese climbers recently set off to the Himalayan mountains in search of none other than the infamous Yeti. After an American discovery of what may be a Yeti's footprint, this Japanese team is now on its 3rd attempt to finally capture footage of the elusive monster, camping out for 6 weeks at an elevation of 14,000 feet. Hopefully they're not chasing after a hoax like the Georgia Bigfoot. But if needed, they can at least stay warm in Japan's new modern-age version of an igloo. That's right, the Japan Dome House Company Limited is now selling fully constructible dome-shaped houses made of 100% styrofoam. Each piece is prefabricated and weighs less than 200 pounds. The end result typically measures 25 feet wide and 13 feet tall. It's cool, it's practical, and it emits no fumes or toxins, so it's good for the environment as well. Sold! In Japan, there's now a new solution for burying loved ones. Japanese funeral company Ryobo has constructed a brand new facility with an interactive plot system. This system retrieves cremated remains from an underground vault and displays them to you in a private prayer area. Each is set to present the remains using a series of videos that are triggered via an ARFID key. The system is even enhanced with voices that project from the grave. From battling cockroaches to a new way to visit Grandma, Japan is still undefeated in the League of Weird, and we love it.
Here's what I want to know. What are they going to do if they actually catch a Yeti?
3 words. Barbecue.
Is that 3 words?
Yeah.
3 sounds. 3 syllables.
3 sounds? Oh, fail.
I made a decision to say sound.
Oh, did you? You made that decision? Wow.
Like, it's
so it was an epic fail.
It was an epic fail.
Okay, good.
Still ahead, Chris Gore joins us in studio for a horror edition of TV Tuesday, featuring Postal, the special release of Delicatessen, and the Wizard of Gore. I want to hear what you have to say about Postal, because I know what you think. Garbage bags and some towels, please. Bring them.
And later we'll learn that de-evolution doesn't just happen in American backyards. Europe has it as well. Stay tuned. We're going to showcase the best in an across-the-pond edition of Break Moments in de-evolution. The feed is presented by TAG. Keep it fresh. Make history. TAG Body Spray.
Digital versatile discs appear every Tuesday. We know it's confusing. That's why we invented this day for you, the viewer. Behold, a special horror edition of DV Tuesday. Chris. What were you doing?
I was trying to arrange the DVDs that are under here, the secret ones we keep.
More than the DVDs, Chris.
Yeah. I was not looking at anything strange that you know.
Well, welcome back, Chris Gore.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, folks.
This is a special horror edition, right?
Yes.
So what do you have first for us?
First, we have a film called The Wizard of Me, or also known as The Wizard of Gore.
I thought you specifically picked this for you.
Yes, and it's a remake, of course, of the Herschel Gordon Lewis classic.
Yeah. Now, I know that it stars Kristen Glover, but there are also a bunch of Suicide Girls in here, right? Now, how are their performances?
Yes, well, I have to say, not a lot of acting involved in these performances, but I do enjoy...
Are they nude?
I do enjoy the performances, yes. They're mostly naked and getting appendages chopped off and getting bloody and gory and gored and in all kinds of ways.
Kristen Glover looks like the KFC guy.
Well, it's weird. There was a bit. Listening to the commentary, there's a great thing where the producers were really upset the fact that he had a cod piece, an enormous.
Was that his personal choice?
That was his choice. He claims to have done all this research and he said, "Look, Siegfried and Roy, magicians, they wear cod pieces, so cod piece."
So they didn't like it, and he was not going to let it go.
It's the new accessory, yes.
All right. Well, how many? Oh, God, that is a massive one.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now,
It's enormous.
How are the extras on the discs? Not to mention that extra.
Amazing amount of extras. First of all, a great commentary with the director Jeremy Kasten and a bunch of the producers who really let you in on what's happening. And they pull no punches. I mean, which I love in a commentary. Also, a lot of behind the scenes, including a whole little glimpse into many of the Suicide Girls that perform in the film.
She is naked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
they're all naked.
Look, the best is I think when we show scenes that are blurred. Those are my favorites.
Well, so I'm guessing your bottom line is definitely, right?
Bottom line on this is it's a buy because it is such a unique film. The gore effects are intense. It's unrated. They spent a year working on this DVD, and it shows. Great job, and Suicide Girls to boot. Not a bad thing.
All right. Now, next up, I hear we're looking at Uwe Boll's latest
That's right.
masterpiece.
Uwe Boll's Postal, which is sort of loosely based on the Postal PC game.
Well, I know that this film had a hard time getting distributed because of the social commentary it makes, but is it actually funny?
You know what? I am shocked to say this. It is actually funny.
Kevin is over there
The
cracking
opening
up.
scene, look, there have been a lot of films that address 9/11 and terrorism and whatnot. I mean, the opening scene, you've got the terrorists on the phone with Osama bin Laden arguing about how many virgins they're going to get just before they hit the towers. That is the first 2 minutes of the movie.
And that's funny?
It works. It works because it's sort of purging all these demons.
Now, do you think is this a good movie for Uwe, or is this a good movie just in general?
I would have to say, actually, it's a good movie in general from the standpoint of, I think it's just more dynamically shot. I think he really upped the ante. And it's the best, he puts himself in the movie and completely makes fun of himself and makes himself look like a real jerk. I mean, which is great. I mean, it was pretty bold of him to do that.
He kind of does that in his press tours too.
That's
I don't think
true.
it's so bold to do it on a movie. So what's your bottom line on this one?
Bottom line is buy it because it's so original. The commentary is
a good
amazing.
movie.
It is it's one of those ones I immediately want to watch it right after.
But there
I
aren't a
couldn't
lot of
believe what I saw.
extras, right?
There are a lot of extras actually. In fact, there's a whole extra where Uwe actually boxes his critics. They have
Now,
that.
what else do we have this week? We have one more.
We also have Delicatessen, which of course is a classic by the director of Amelie, and this is it's one of those great films in the long line of movies about cannibalism. So if you're considering becoming a vegetarian or a vegan, this is a film to watch on a double feature with the movie
Now, does it
Parents.
have a lot of extras to call it a special edition?
Yeah, it does. Although I will say this, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, you know, because it's an anniversary edition. But there's a commentary on it, but the commentary is in French with English subtitles.
So your bottom line on this?
So if you love subtitles,
rent it.
Rent it, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely rent it.
do we have time for a quick pick?
Yes, quick
Okay,
pick.
let's do it real quick.
This 3-disc collection that just came out. It's 6 films to keep you awake.
See it?
A lot of really good stuff, including one of my favorites, A Christmas Tale.
Aw, that's special.
Bloody Christmas Tale, but a good one nonetheless.
All right, well, thanks so much for being here,
Thank you.
Chris. You guys visit filmfed.com for more movie info. Thanks, Chris. Okay, now let's go over to Kevin, who's been busy stonewashing all available denim.
Yes. All right, Rainn Wilson's new movie, The Rocker, tells a story of a failed 80s drummer who gets a second chance at fame in a high school rock band. And sadly, because the Kevin Pereira Hypercolor Music Experience never got signed, I'm here now, entering this package with Zach Selwyn, who's dressed like an 80s rock star.
In The Rocker, Rainn Wilson is Fish, a has-been 80s drummer whose career is reignited when he joins his nephew's high school band. I crashed their tour bus to talk with him, rocker to rocker.
You're playing a guy who's in a band that was probably huge in '87.
Well, you know, I have a lot in common with Fish in that, you know, I was an actor for a long time before I became famous. So in a way, this is kind of like the big second chapter in my actor's life.
Time to party. Being a musician, singer-songwriter, did you have any partaking in creating these songs, or was it just sort of like working with someone else's material?
It was kind of working with somebody else's material. The music's a pretty important piece of the movie, I think, and I had to sing a little differently, and I think that helped add to some character to Curtis's voice that I don't normally have in my own.
This is what being a rock star is all about.
What'd you do? You learned drums? You played drums?
Yeah, I had a drum coach. This guy, Stuart Johnson, has played in a lot of different bands. He actually was in a hair metal band.
What were they called?
Taint, I think they were called.
And in an ironic twist, the old school drummer's second shot comes from a bit of new school technology when a candid performance is posted on the internet.
Dude, the naked drummer is huge. That's the sound of the money truck backing up to your front door, Hoss.
It's amazing how the media has expanded just through the you know, medium of internet.
That's one of the things I really loved about the script is like, that's so appropriate to this day and age, you know, people becoming famous off of the internet.
Look at me now, D-Job!
But Rainn had to brush up on more than just the latest internet trends for The Rocker, and I had a chance to put his skills to the test.
You want to jam with a guitar or you want the sticks, Fish?
I'm gonna do both. Here we go.
This is gonna be amazing.
Well, his life was strange. He had a lot of pain. He was an actor for 20 years, and his name was Rainn.
Yeah, his name was Rainn.
But now he's starring in a badass movie you should see, and it's called
Transformers 2.
Transformers 2.
Thank you!
Yeah!
That actually got me.
With talent like that, who could resist an encore performance? Check out Rainn in The Rocker.
It's a sleeper comedy.
The Rocker
of the
hits
year.
theaters tomorrow.
Still ahead, Europeans think they're so much better than us. Oh, with accents.
And we're about to straighten them out with an all-Euro edition of Break Moments in De-Evolution. It's coming up after this.
I need to speak normal.
This kid's a little late for the Ninja Warrior Challenge, but that's not stopping him from jumping around. What happens next? Does he break and fall through the roof? jump a little short and land on the floor? Or does he chicken out at the last second? M. Night doesn't want you to know. I'm just kidding. Find out after the break. This kid's a little late for the Ninja Warrior Challenge, but that's not stopping him from jumping around. What happens next? Does he break and fall through the roof? Jump a little short and land on the floor? Or does he chicken out at the last second? Next time, look before you leap. I mean, I highly doubt that anything a centimeter thin could hold your weight. That's just smarties, you know? I'm so thin. Europe is really the home of many foundations of Western civilization.
And one of those foundations is the Nutshot. Here's an all-Euro edition of Break Moments in De-Evolution.
The Razor scooter is... well, it's just an embarrassing and pathetic mode of transport. I'm sorry, it really is.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. So when you try to make it cool by doing tricks, you're fighting a losing battle.
The backflip didn't work.
You wouldn't even known what he was attempting unless you heard the backflip don't walk. Like it was a concrete belly flop. That was just sad. It was terrible. Listen, our rating system today is misspelled tattoos, which according to a recent study, 1 in 3 British people have. It's true. So how many are we giving this one, Olivia?
That was pretty good, but I'm going to leave room for improvement. So I'm going to give it 2 out of 5.
Good.
Let me check the dictionary.
I love how the rating came up before I actually said it.
Yeah. Well, the rating system can read your mind. And the prompter.
Oh. Now, for some reason, many European teens think they're gifted urban street acrobats.
Yes, unfortunately, they're about as gifted in it as David Hume. So.
Oh, is that guy from Fox News? I thought he was American, that guy from Fox News.
David Hume. Scottish philosopher, you know, noted for being the first modern naturalist, right? He was kind of big, is what I'm saying. With the so dancing was kind of... he couldn't move well.
Oh, fatty.
Yeah. That's gonna be Ninja Warrior. I got this. Oh no, I don't. Slam right into the drink.
Can you please wear a helmet?
I have to wear a helmet. I'm gonna wear a tentacle.
Let me just say, little teaser. I hear you're wearing wings for Ninja Warrior.
I'm wearing water wings.
Because you plan on being in the water?
It'll make sense. It'll be awesome. All right.
All right, well, Kevin, how many misspelled tattoos we laying on this one?
I think that was good. I think our lay parkour is so advanced, and no, that's a 3 out of 5 right there.
Definitely.
Let me check the dictionary.
I might have given it a little bit more, because that was just really stupid.
Yeah. Finally today, we see what happens when you head down to the pub. That's what they call a bar there. Take a lift to the pub.
With your mates.
So when you go there with your mates and you have a pint too many.
Yeah, this next video is a testament to the fact that, aside from Canadians, Americans are better at holding their liquor than anyone in the entire world. Oh my God.
I nicked my chipper off the Prius. What is it?
It's my British. Sounds British.
All right. Time to rank the moron. How many misspelled tattoos are we giving him, Olivia?
That guy is a solid 4 out of 5.
Wow. Okay.
Let me check the dictionary.
And that's going to do it for our all-Euro edition of Break Moments in De-Evolution. It's no wonder we became pilgrims.
All right, summer may be almost over, but this fall we have something to look forward to because G4 is your cable home for heroes, brings you all new episodes of the Smash Hit series each and every week.
Yes, the villains are on the rise. Which side will you choose, Olivia?
I'm going villains.
Of course you are. Heroes returns to G4. It's going to be Tuesdays this September. Just check out g4tv.com/heroes for details.
It's going to be a good season, I believe.
Cannot
They
wait.
came back. Redemption for Heroes. Still ahead, it's boating season, but there's a right way and a wrong way to get your vessel into the water.
Yeah, we'll show you the wrong way up next when we return with today's Epic Fail. Stay tuned.
So Kevin, how much longer do you plan on putting up with the iPhone before you drop it and go pick up, say, a BlackBerry?
What? Somebody wants a BlackBerry?
I hate it. I hate it.
Let's just
So
let's go to a single on Kevin right now and just tell him how horrible your phone is. Your
Apple,
new iPhone.
You're seriously
3G too.
and you're not just pissing me off. You're pissing everybody off. And they were, waiting in line is one thing. I will never, ever, ever evangelize one of your products again until you fix this thing. I'm now researching.
I will never do it until you fix
Well, look, because Steve Jobs can show up in his little turtleneck and beat me, and that's fine as long as he promises to cuddle me later. So,
well, what about all the
if
firmware
Apple wants to
updates?
come and give me a little snuggle, that's fine. The latest firmware still sucks, so I'm looking at Nokia now. Yeah, you're on notice, Apple.
Oh!
You're on notice.
Because you can't use your phone when it won't come on. Stupid Apple. Today's epic fail is yet. I'm just kidding.
I really just scratched it the high hell, didn't I?
Well, at least you got a gift certificate. You got
All right. Today's epic fail is yet another example of what happens every time you erect a crane.
Something topples over.
Yep.
Whoa!
Congratulations to those guys! Because they had a boating accident and they weren't even in the water, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. We're like the Paul Revere of crane danger.
Yes.
How many times do we have to tell you cranes will destroy humanity? They are today's and every day's epic fail.
Can we rent a pony and yell that the cranes are coming?
The crane.
Because that's what Paul... Coming up tomorrow on an all-new ALTS and Gadget Prawn, we'll review the DXG camcorder that records in 720p and has special software that allows you to easily upload your videos to YouTube.
Plus, will Google's new Android platform change cell phones forever? Google's will be here live on the show. Find out where the ads are going in the loop.
And then on Thursday, director Paul W.S. Anderson will be here in studio to talk about his new film, Death Race. We'll also get details on the pre-production of his new movie, Castlevania.
This is the Agent Squad. It's how agents garden and cook.
Don't they play
Go to
dice?
g4tv.com/AOTS for all things you saw
No,
today
they
and
don't.
more. Hey!
With straw in their mouth
You
or something?
clean up! You clean up now!
There it is!
You
There
clean
it
up
is!
now!
X plays up next. Good night, everybody.
Cheers.
What do you say? Yeah, exactly.